Good morning, everybody. Good morning. We are back at it again. Welcome to episode 5 of Building the Good Life, and we are on to making time for your goals. Now, this one might be hard for a lot of people, but because a lot of us have busy lives and stuff. But we're going to go over that, and I'm going to give you guys how I use my time and things that have helped me out. If you have not watched any of my previous episodes, feel free to go back. On episode 1, I'm just going to do a recap on some of it. Episode 1, I did health, wealth, love, and fulfillment. I talked about those 4 areas, those 4 categories of your life, and why I feel health is number 1. On the second episode, I talked about hitting rock bottom, so I shared my story with what I went through. On the third episode, I was talking about those 3 most important questions you need to ask yourself. So go and check those videos out. And on the fourth one, the last one we just did, it was about vision and direction. So we're up here now looking at time, and we're going to look at how to use your time wisely on that vision and direction, on those things that you want. Okay? So before we go on, I want to share a story with you guys. I like sharing information on people that get success, and I think it's helpful. I think it helps motivate people and let people know, look, man, there's people doing it every day, and if you want to make the change, you can do it as well. So we got a young man here. Some of you guys might know who he is when I share this with you. When he was like 8 years old, he wrote down on a piece of paper, it looks like a piece of paper here, with some markers or crayons, and it says, here's what he wrote: I hope my swimming life continues and I become an Olympian when I grow up. I hope I will break the world records. I want to be the best swimmer in the world. The end. That's what this young man wrote. This young man, I think, is about 21 years old now, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he's from Jacksonville, Florida. Well, this young man entered the Olympics in 2016, the Rio Olympics. So on August 8th, 2016, a young man by the name of Ryan Murphy won gold for the 100-meter backstroke. Can you believe? I mean, Aaron Rodgers did something like. There's a ton of people that have done, like, wrote stuff down when they're a kid, and then they grow up and they become just that. And it goes back to my last episode about putting stuff down on paper. Now you can be like, oh, this is coincidence, whatever. It's people are doing this, and it's amazing. So look at this. Look at this. You guys might have seen this. Did you guys ever catch this if you watched the Rio Olympics? Like he did this as a young kid, and here's his result. Like, can you imagine what he's feeling? Do you know? Like, this is what drives me. I want to know what that feels like to almost put stuff down and then go and get it. Like, that's amazing. That's inspiration to me. That motivates me. I'm like, that blows my. I'm like, I cannot believe. But so how did he do this? Well, we're kind of going through these episodes. You guys know you got to put down, like, the things, those wants. Like, if you have your 110 items, your vision board, whatever you're going to do, or whatever you have decided. If you have decided I'm going to make a change, it can just be one thing if you want. That one thing right now. We can focus on one thing. But yeah, what do you think he did? You know, he gave time. He gave time to become better and to work on that one thing, or this would be probably his one thing. And he gave a lot of time to that, and he get the results. Which is why you'll hear me say, give it attention, and it'll give you attention. Give swimming attention, Ryan, it'll give you attention. And it's giving him attention. You get the gold medal. That's what this is all about. So I'm going to always share success stories with you guys. I'll give you another one real quick before I go over the whole time thing. This woman, I won't mention her name. This woman is in her 50s. And you've probably heard me talk about, like, dieting at times, like a little bit of health here and there. And I always, talk about, like, just eliminate wheat. Like, I give people, like, easy diets sometimes because it is hard sometimes and overwhelming for a person. They're like, oh, I got to go to the gym, I got to do this, I got to do that, I got to cook all these meals. I try to help people ease them into it. I'm like, look, first thing you need to do, just eliminate wheat. This woman eliminated wheat from her diet and lost 35 pounds. And this might sound unhealthy, but this is what she did. She eliminated wheat. Probably it was a lot of water and just crap, because the glycemic index from wheat is real high. It's like higher than table sugar. But 35 pounds in like 2 months. In her 50s, which your metabolism's slower than too. Like, that's insane. I'm always doing this, guys. I'm sure you guys always say that. Like, Chris is always doing the pounding in his hands. But it's insane. 35 pounds. 35 pounds. Like, congratulations. I mean, like, that's amazing. That's amazing. So she made a decision, something that she wanted. And this wasn't a New Year's resolution. This was something that at a time in her life, she's like, I'm making this decision. I'm going to stick to it. And she's getting results. And when you get the results and you start making progress, you can become obsessed. And that's like in a good way. So, I mean, there's something about it. So that person's giving time to that, giving attention to that. So looking at time, let's say, this is what I like to do. Everyone's got 24 hours in a day. And let's first look at rest, because everyone's going to need rest. So some people only need 6 hours, 7 hours. Some people might need more, 9. Let's use 8 hours. Let's use 8 hours of the 24 hours, right? All right, so what do we have left? We got 16 hours still left. Let's say you're working a job, full-time job, 9 to 5. And I'm going to say, okay, well, don't leave that job. Go ahead and I need you to keep paying your bills and stuff. We need you to survive. So don't leave that job. I'm not asking you to leave your job. So let's just say that consists of another 8 hours. And there's probably a lunch in there within that 8 hours. So let's go ahead and add that over. So now we got 16 hours over here. So what do we have left? We have 8 hours left. Okay? So we got 8 hours left. And I'm really analyzing this, trying to look at people's lives to make sense of these hours. So let's take 4 hours from that 8 hours. Okay? And let's say maybe there's breakfast in the morning, getting ready. There's probably like an hour or so that gets used there. And then dinner and stuff like that. And also, maybe spending time with your family. That's 4 hours. You can probably, that'll get all ate up a little bit. But let's say you want to spend a little bit more time, you got to walk your dog, you want to spend a little bit more time with your family and stuff like that. So I don't want you guys all neglecting these things that you love. I want you to still enjoy life. I'm trying to show you how to slide in with these things that you want and start working on that behind the scenes, and that'll make you excited. That'll give you like that day to wake up and you look forward to this, because these are things you love. These are things that you want. This is something that you want. Those 110 items, that vision board, whatever. So we'll take those 4 hours that I just went over. So what do we have left? We have another 4 hours left. Okay, I can even say take 2 of those. You see what I'm saying? There's hours left. So let's say I gave you another 2 to go relax and hang out and just wind down when you get off work. You got 2 hours that I want you to use on those things that you want. It doesn't interrupt anything else. It's behind the scenes. It's what I did. This is what I do. This is what I did. I work full time. I go and still enjoy time with my friends, family, but I'm conditioned. I got past that 66 days. I set that new habit. I got past that, and my new habit is one time, I think I might have mentioned this. I put a rubber band on my wrist when I was writing my book, and it said 2,000 words a day. That was my 2 hours. Sometimes I would use 3 or 4 hours, because I think I usually have about 4 hours left in my day that I can work on another goal or something. So a lot of people are like, Chris, you're doing like a lot of stuff, man. You're doing Facebook Live videos. You're doing real estate. You got your books and stuff. Like, what do you like? I use the time blocks. That's what I do. Sunday's my wind down day. I was hanging out with some friends watching football and stuff. So I have a wind down day that I relax and I reset. And here I come Monday morning and I do these and happy. I know it's a holiday, so a lot of you guys are probably off. But happy Martin Luther King Day. But yeah, I have these days like this that I wind down, and then the next day, like today, I go and attack these goals. So that's what I do. It's very easy to do once you get into the system, and I do it with a diet too. So I have a lot of things going on, like Monday through Friday, strict diet. Weekends, I enjoy life a little bit, because things in moderation aren't that bad. It's that consistent. When you're consistently giving yourself like bad food or something that's bad, moderation's not. Now I don't want to get off topic with the whole time thing. I always get these extra information that I want to kick over to you guys. So going back to the time, this is your time frame in life. This is when you're born, and this is when you're going to depart. And however, it's your choice what you want to use with this time, and if you want to use it wisely, because for what we know, you got one life. So why not make sense of this time that you're given and use it wisely? Here's what I don't want you to do. And I took a break from reading over the weekend, and I was checking like a Facebook alert. And when I did, I was like, I seen somebody posted something about some drama. It didn't affect anyone's life here and stuff. It was just information on something that happened. And what happened is it affected people emotionally. This will get you your emotions. You got to recognize this stuff and think. My buddy Alex is big on thinking about why you feel this way, and recognize these emotions, because they'll get you sucked in, and you'll start wasting time on something that you shouldn't be wasting time on. So I was looking at these people on Facebook. I'm like, gosh, these people are wasting like they're going back and forth, arguing with each other, wasting so much time that they could be using on improving their life, but instead they just want to they're engaging with other people and wasting their time arguing and debating about stuff and trying to get that person to change their mind, and they're trying to get you to change your mind, and you get sucked into this vortex and you're wasting so much time. These are the distractions. When people are like, you got to avoid, like, there's one motivational guy that's like, avoiding the distractions and recognizing them is huge. And it really is, because you can't do what you want and improve your life or go and do what you want if you're being distracted by things, and Facebook's one of them. I'm not saying Facebook is bad in all, but there's a lot of stuff that it sucks you guys in, and you guys are just constantly, and I'm guilty of it. I'm like, what am I doing? I catch myself, I throw my phone. Because I'm like, I don't want to get sucked into that. I need to break that habit, because it's entertainment and stuff, and you can start reading stuff. So I try to control that. But that goes back to your time. So you have, I broke down there where you got probably you at least got 2 hours a day that you could work on those things that you want. Instead, you might be spending them on, like, arguing with people, wasting time. I think we all think that we might live forever. But we don't. I mean, we're not going to. I mean, not that we don't. I don't know if there's another life. No, I don't feel anybody has facts on that. But right now, you got one life. Why don't you? It's yours. Do what you want with it, and recognize the time frame and recognize that you're not going to live forever, and that you need to use that time on things that you enjoy. I'd rather you, instead of arguing and wasting your time with people, go spend time with loved ones and stuff. Go create memories, because life's a journey. It's not really a destination. Those memories, you'll look back at those times. I look back at times in my life, and those things I like to think about. And you know what it was? It was when I was spending time doing things that I was enjoying, and I was using my time wisely on things that I was growing in life. And it's not the arguments and stuff that I've gotten into with people. I no longer disengage. I don't let people steal time from me anymore. They're time burglars, is what you can say. Stealing your time. So use your time wisely. Let's start using, they're called time blocks. The book, The One Thing talks about time blocks. So I took your 24 hours, we dissected it. There's time left for you guys to work on your goals, that list. You're going to use time blocks in your day, and you're going to put that away. That might be after work, that might be in the middle, depends on your schedule. Use those hours to work on those things, and please recognize when you're wasting time getting engaged with people that in arguments or whatever it is that's completely useless. I used Facebook as an example. So I just wanted to point that out. We'll be talking about distractions and stuff on another episode, but try to recognize that stuff and use your time wisely. So, gonna end the episode. That's what this one's about. It's about using that time wisely and understand that you can still have a job, you can still do what you want and love and spend time with your friends and families and not neglect people. And I promise you, there's hours in your day that you are left over. So just think about this, and I want you to use that towards your goals to better your life. All right? I'll see you guys next Monday, and hope you guys have a great week. Bye-bye.